My name is Matthew Thomas. I was the driver for Adequate V2 at NTX. This is a update video for NTX, um, which was on the 7th of October 2018. This was competition day. This is where everything happened. Just a quick review. We seeded third. Um, After qualifications, we lost two matches, I think, or one match or two matches. Because I know one of them is a surrogate that we lost. So I'm not sure how many we lost. But our robot did much, much better than we thought it would do. Yeah, we were doing really well in the field. And then we made it through quarterfinals pretty easily. And then semifinals, we had a lot of issues of our robot disconnecting, um, and the refs disconnecting the robot for us. I'm not gonna say that's why we lost, but yeah, it could be a reason. Okay, so we have matches, we have videos from all these matches. Um, the first thing I rewatched all the matches and I'll just say what I think is that we are actually a really good scale bot. Um, so I'm just gonna play this short clip, which
No,
just
no, no,
say
no.
I singled out. But here, let's just watch
It
it.
begins. Robots
So
are flying around.
that's really loud. Let me read it. Okay. So the first cube that we usually do in any match is to the scale. That's just because we can usually do the scale really fast. So I think this exemplifies that we just do that and boom, it's on. That was 5 seconds from the start of the match and we already have a cube in the scale. It's really hard for teams to match that speed. Um, Especially with, oh my god, just rewatch this sequence again. The drifting here is absolutely amazing. Drift. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just continue watching this video. It's not very long, but then we noticed that after, I guess we didn't do it in this match, but after our general strategy is that we are really good switch and vault bot, and we are reliable at those. At scale, our elevator is not reliable enough to go to full extension 100% of the time, so we usually don't like to do that. We only do it if we have to, essentially. So, I guess in this match, this actually uh, made us lose a lot of time. Is that blocks kept getting stuck in our robot because we dropped the cubes. I think if I singled out any one, like very specific one problem, that would be it. Is that we drop cubes a lot. Let's go watch this match. Very similar to how the previous match started. Except that this cube did not stay on the scale. It went off because of something called inertia, which, damn you, inertia. Okay, yeah, you see, boom, we intaked it, then we dropped it, we intake it. Okay, we're gonna try it again, and I think we're gonna miss it because, oh, and we dropped it again. You see, that was literally the one problem we had during the entire thing, is that we kept dropping cubes. It sucked. But then here, we were, um, Jack, why are you moving the arm up? Okay, so we basically a very, very good vault bot that we realized. Um, See, boom, boom, push in, collect, kind of. Our intake was terrible. Yeah, the single worst part of the robot was the intake. But when it did work, it worked pretty well. But when it didn't work, yeah, pretty well. But yeah, we had a good routine going here with just getting cubes in the vault. I think I'll post all our match videos um, in the link in the YouTube description if you guys want to watch it. Um, there's a lot of things that me and Jack could have done differently, and Trent could have done differently. Maybe, but I don't think it would have helped too much. Um, I like how we get across the field so fast. That's pretty amazing. Like here, boom, I didn't turn enough, and I don't think Jack knew that I wasn't ready to deposit yet. Here is we were just like, okay, we don't have time. There's no point. We already own that switch. We have a bot going. Oh, the drift is so beautiful. So I think I'm not even sure what we're doing here, but most of the matches to be honest, we did everything really well except for the scale. Um, but like during the last few matches, like in finals, we did the scale really well too. Um, but yeah, that's let me see. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. But yeah, the adequate V2 drive team, and I think everyone who worked on adequate is very pleased of how it um, ended up performing. Um, I'm going to critique the design of adequate a bit and say that the drivetrain is amazing. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I said I was going to critique it, then I said the drivetrain is amazing. But okay, drivetrain is amazing. This bearing system we have here, it's a lot of teams do it. I think that's really good too. It's um everything else is trash and needs improvement. Like this arm, why gears are terrible. We should have used chain here so we can tension it extremely well because gears have slop in them, but chain doesn't. Can't use belt there because it's too high torque. Um, Alright, stringing for the elevator actually worked pretty well during the finals matches. Once we had it tuned, it was a-okay. We didn't need to mess with it. And after we had the string in that we bought yesterday, it was a-okay. We didn't really need to mess with it. Um, yeah, but I would probably have simplified it a little bit. Um, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I would fix that because the problem is that you need to put an elevator on an arm, which is difficult. Maybe do what Spectrum did with the bunch of chain, but theirs was only one stage. We kind of want two stage, so it would have been a pain. See how chain and pain there rhymed. Whatever. The intake is absolute trash. I think a good off-season project would be to make a really good intake for this robot, or at least put the pistons on to see if that makes the intake better. What other critiques? Oh, what I loved is that all the 3D printed stuff held up, um, like it was supposed to. This middle carriage piece, we broke it during our practice, um, when we were at the academy, so we knew that, and and the problem wasn't the 3D print, it was the design. It sucked, so I made the design better, and we printed it, and it looks like it's had no problems. Um, you guys might want to say that these pulleys broke, but they were made to break. Um, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have made them to break, but I was expecting them to break because I never thought the 3D printed stuff would hold up so well. Um, let's see, what other stuff broke? The intake was pretty much indestructible, I think. We rammed into the wall a bunch. It didn't break, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, the robot performed well. We are very pleased of the directions going in. I think this drivetrain is a keeper. It's very fast, very agile. Um, it's hard to play. I mean, I'm not sure how NTX is a good representation of competition, but we didn't really have many people play defense on us. So we can't really say anything about that. Maybe we should have Ophidium play defense on adequate just to see if that works or not. And even adequate was able to play defense on Spectrum and a few other teams pretty well. Um, and so I don't know. I absolutely love this drivetrain. It never broke during competition. It's been super reliable. It's simple. It's lightweight. I think it's a keeper. Um, yeah, it's okay. I'm running out of time. But yeah, we got third place in qualifications. We made it to semifinals, and a robot was disconnecting, and our alliance wasn't as good as the alliance that we were versing, which is number two. I think that was the Spectrum alliance. Um, the robot was yeah, so I'm gonna talk about the robot at the end of playoffs, but the robot was really good at everything at the end of competition. That's all the time I have, and goodbye.